All right, let's talk about something super common and honestly pretty frustrating. You're taking magnesium, but it feels like it's just not working. So you're doing what you're supposed to, right? You're taking it hoping for better sleep, or maybe to finally get a handle on that anxiety, or to stop those awful leg cramps, but you're still struggling. It can feel like you're just throwing your money away. So what's really going on here?
Well, here's the thing, and this might surprise you. The issue probably isn't the magnesium itself. We know magnesium is a powerhouse mineral, involved in, over 300 different reactions in our body. The real problem usually isn't the supplement.
It's the system it's trying to work in. And that is the big idea we're going to unpack today. See, magnesium doesn't work in a bubble. Its success, whether it works for you or not, depends completely on everything else happening in your body. If that system is out of balance, the magnesium just can't do its job.
Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the helpers. These are the essential nutrients that magnesium absolutely relies on to function. Think of them as magnesium's support team.
And to really get this, there's a key term you need to know. Cofactor. A cofactor is just a substance that's needed for another substance to work. It's kind of like a chef needing ingredients to cook a meal. Without its cofactors, magnesium is basically sitting on the sidelines. So, think of these guys as magnesium's A-team. You've got vitamin D3, vitamin B6, potassium, and sodium. These are all crucial players that help magnesium get absorbed, get into your cells, and actually get to work. Now this one is huge. The relationship between vitamin D and magnesium. It's a two-way street. Your body actually needs magnesium to even use vitamin D, and at the same time, it needs vitamin D to help absorb and use magnesium. Since we know a ton of people are low in vitamin D3, this one connection right here could be the whole reason your supplement isn't working. And just to put things into perspective, look at this number. This is how much potassium, another key helper, you're supposed to get every single day. The reality? Most of us don't get anywhere close to that. And when you're low on potassium, you create this major bottleneck for magnesium.
Okay, so we've talked about the helpers. Now let's flip the coin and talk about the blockers, the sneaky things that might be actively stopping magnesium from working, no matter how much you're taking.
And you might be surprised by how common some of these are. For instance, if you're taking a lot of calcium or high-dose zinc supplements, they can literally compete with magnesium for absorption. And look at this. Things that mess with your digestion, like antacids or just having low stomach acid, can seriously get in the way of your body absorbing minerals in the first place.
Now this is wild. The problem can literally be a physical wall at your own cell's front door. See, for magnesium to do most of its work, it has to get inside your cells. But diets high in processed seed oils can damage your cell membranes, making them stiff and rigid. It's like they lock the door, and the magnesium just can't get in.
And then there's stress. Oh man, stress is a big one. It creates this awful vicious cycle. When you're stressed, your body burns through its magnesium stores way faster. But it gets worse. You also pee more of it out. So it's a double whammy that can drain your levels really, really fast.
So you really have to ask yourself this. If you're constantly feeling overworked, anxious, or just plain wired all the time, your body's need for magnesium might be way higher than you think. And that could be why the dose you're taking just isn't cutting it.
And another huge blocker, which ties into diet, is insulin resistance. When your blood sugar is all over the place, your cells can stop listening to insulin. This doesn't just mess with your energy, it can actually block magnesium from getting into those cells. So you can see how this all stacks up, right? If you're stressed, eating a lot of processed food, and your blood sugar is off, you've created a perfect storm that blocks magnesium from every angle.
All right, so now that we know about the helpers and the blockers, what do we do about it? Let's talk about building a smarter strategy, because it's not just about taking magnesium, it's about making it work for you.
Okay, this might be one of the most important slides. The type of magnesium you're taking matters a lot. Magnesium oxide, it's super common, it's cheap, but look at this, your body only absorbs about 3% of it. Now compare that to something like magnesium glycinate, where absorption is around 80%. I mean, that is a night and day difference.
Now, you've probably seen this number thrown around a lot, 400 milligrams. This is the official recommended daily allowance, the RDA. But it is so important to understand what that number is actually for.
And this is the key. The RDA is the bare minimum you need to not get a major deficiency disease like scurvy from lack of vitamin C. It was never, ever meant to be a dose that would fix a long-term problem or give you a real therapeutic benefit for things like anxiety or bad cramps. So if you're not just trying to avoid a disease but actually fix a problem, well, a therapeutic dose could look a lot more like this: 1,200 milligrams, maybe even more per day. It's a huge jump from the RDA, but that's what it might take to actually fill your tank back up. But, and this is a super important pro tip, you can't just slam that all at once. Your body has a limit on how much magnesium it can absorb at any given time. So if you're taking a bigger therapeutic dose, you've got to spread it out. Take smaller amounts a few times throughout the day for the best results.
All right, let's tie all of this together. If you take away one single thing from our chat today, let it be this next idea.
It all comes down to a total shift in how you think about this. Stop looking at magnesium like it's a drug, like a single pill for a single problem. Start seeing it for what it is, one small but vital part of a huge, complex system. And for that one little part to work right, the whole system, your whole body, needs to be supported. So that brings us to the final question, and this one's for you to think about. Looking at everything we've talked about, what part of your magnesium system needs attention first? Is it the helpers, like getting more vitamin D? Is it the blockers, like tackling stress? Or is it your strategy, the type and dose you're taking? Figuring that out is the first real step to finally making magnesium work for you.